1000th morning of peace. I guess I need to reset that counter. The Temple of the Vanishing Star was supposed to be unreachable by anyone who didn't know its secret location. It has been a perfect shelter for many years. It has brought me a new home, a new family, and a new purpose. They say the temple was built to offer those willing the fulfillment of a simple, hard-working life. A life of discipline over body and spirit. Here I was no longer a soldier, no longer a tool, no longer a dog. I was a brother and a seeker of wisdom. That's what they told me, and I bought into the idea. But it's not easy to change a man like me. I did everything asked of me, but when it came down to meditation, I could still hear echoes of war firing up under my skull. I am an addict, you see. You can have an addict live 40 years resisting temptation. Then you give him a taste of his addiction, and he spirals out of control. That's why I hoped I would never hear another gunshot in my life. Monks say that when you meditate, you shouldn't allow your past or fears of the future affect your awareness of the present. It's very hard today.
Hey, you over there.
Fancy a top-down smash 'em up? Want mindless violence and button-mashing mayhem? Redeemer Enhanced Edition is probably for you. This is Booker Entertainment's first game on console, and it's mental. You play Vasily, a once elite operative working for the biggest cybernetic weapon manufacturer in the world. He narrowly escapes to a secluded monastery when the corporation turned on him, as you do, willing to make him one of its cyborg soldiers. Anyway, he tried joining the monastery to rid him of his past, but, well, as you can see, that didn't quite happen. In Redeemer Enhanced Edition, you have literally got to go round and beat the living snot out of just about everything. Nuke enemies, using a wide selection of firearms and melee weapons, including combat knives, batons, hammers, fire axes, you name it, it's in it. And you can kill in 3 different ways. Use stealth and creep up behind an enemy and take them out quietly. Environmental kills is probably my favourite, whereas when you're wandering throughout the map, you'll see things that are just highlighted, whether it's big pillars or spikes or bonfires, and you just get an enemy near it, tap the button, and voila, face will burn, spikes will penetrate. It's a whole lot of fun, The game is a story-driven one, played out in a few still backdrops, but there is no multiplayer, sadly. There is a co-op mode if you fancy tackling the hordes with a mate. There is also an in-game leveling system, although in my opinion it lacks any kind of depth, but it is a pretty cool add-on. You get to level each of the weapons and upgrade your fighting skills, but again it's very limited. You get 50 perks to improve the effectiveness of Vasily, but from my 3.5-4 hour gameplay, I found that by later on in the game I've actually run out of things to upgrade, but I was still getting the points to spend. Things can be upgraded like electro punches, dragon breath kicks, explosive plasma and flame bullets, just to name a few. Yeah, it's different. I did run into a few different little problems on my playthrough, and I was playing on my PS4 Pro. Later on in the game, there was a few scenes where there was only a few characters on the screen, say 3-4 characters, and the frame rate dropped dramatically. But
I hope it's you.
You know, it's a cheap game. I think this is going for about £20 on Amazon, and it is what it is. It is a fun, addictive game. Like I said, I only started playing it, thought I was going to play it for an hour. 3 hours later, I'm still on it, and I just wanted to explore and try and find more ways of kicking ass, basically. So it is good for what it is, although it is very, very repetitive. You're going to be doing the same thing over and over again. There isn't much variation in maps, in my opinion, and I only got to level 12. I think it's chapter 12. There is things like an underground bunker and like a strange prison. And it does take a bit of a weird turn later on in the game, because you're fighting normal soldiers at the beginning. And I'm not really ruining things, but obviously as the game progresses, you end up fighting freaky kind of weird mutations, and it is very kind of difficult later on, because you have got quite a few enemies coming at you. There is a parry system in the game where obviously as soon as an enemy turns red, you press the button and you'll pull off a nice little deflection. It does kind of feel good to hit some of them, especially when you're getting overpowered continuously. Remember to keep picking up your weapons with R1. The shooting mechanism is a little bit strange, although it's, you pull the weapon out and then with your right stick, I think it's you pull your weapon out with your right analog stick and aim and shoot sort of thing. Also there's lots of barrels and things around the place that you can just pick up and hurl at your opponents. And then obviously as you progress and you level up, the barrels that you throw or anything that you throw at an enemy can actually give you health back. So there are, as you can see from the upgrade tree in front of you right now, it is very basic, but it's there. So it's kind of a nice little extra. In my opinion, the game is good for the money. If this was a £40 game, then I would say no. But for the price that it isn't from a big studio, a big company. It's a nice little indie top-down game. And to be fair, I actually enjoyed it. But again, it's very repetitive. If you don't want to be doing the same thing over and over again, then it's probably not a game for you. But if you do like this sort of game, then you will find it entertaining. And that's about it. So make sure, if you did like this video, please hit that like button. Maybe give us hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy, adios.